Angels, do you hit a point sometimes where you feel that there is no going back? Like you have seen something for yourself or in yourself that you can't unsee. But then you have the terror, you have the fear, you have the doubts, you have the blocks. But there's a part of you that goes, I cannot go back to that old version of me. But you sit in that feeling, but how do I go on to that next step? I want to share so much with you today. So much has happened. I'm so excited to share with you to help you move through those blocks, but help you reach your full potential and know that once you've seen something, you can't unsee it. You can step into that version of you. You can be the woman that has everything that your heart and soul desires. And I'm going to share an incredible, exciting story of something that I have manifested that I'm just still in shock. I can't wait to share with you guys because I know it's going to impact you. Hi, my beautiful friends. So excited to jump on and share with you on the podcast again today. I always share what has been coming up, what I've been experiencing myself with the community to help give you a bit of insight, a bit of wisdom, a little bit of maybe an inner motivation or some inspiration for you to reach your fullest potential, for you to level up, for you to step into your best self, for you to help heal, clear, remove blocks, for you to walk the path that you're meant to walk. And the story that I want to share with you today has all come through again since Bali. Everything opens up in Bali. Everything shifts for myself, for the girls that go on these retreats. And I want to share a really exciting, powerful story that I know you guys are going to love. So I was in the studio. We've just come back about 2 weeks almost this weekend. And I was in the studio and one of my beautiful clients, I had to cover a yoga class, and one of my clients after yoga, we were having a chat and she was on the retreat with me, and it was the first time I'd seen her since coming back from retreat because I stayed on for another 6 days with my husband and then come back to work literally the day that I saw this beautiful client. And she said, Lise, I have to tell you something. She said, I've realized since retreat there is no way I could go back to the woman that I was before. I can't unsee what I have seen. And I've had such a big shift, and I'm so grateful for the experience that I've had because you've opened up something in me that I've been sitting with for years. And we spoke about this on retreat. Every woman comes with a story. Every woman comes with something that they want to, or maybe they don't even know until they get there and it starts to present themselves with the blocks that have been keeping them stuck, or how they have been not showing up out of fear and out of uncertainty and the limiting beliefs or blocks that they've been carrying throughout their lifetime. And this beautiful woman said to me, she said on retreat that there's so much more that she wants to do for her career, she knows what she needs to do. She started doing the training for it, but she stopped, and she's been staying in her comfortable job for years and years and years because it's safe, it's familiar, it's what we know how to do, it's where we know the stability of income is coming in, and we can easily know what we want. It's easy to know what we want, right? Or it's easy to know what we don't want. But actually taking the step towards it is so hard. And this is what this beautiful woman shared with me, that she knows what she needs to do, but she has been feeling for so long that she's not good enough, or that she can't do it because she doesn't have all the knowledge yet, or she doesn't have all of the answers yet, or the uncertainty of how it's going to play out, how it's going to look, how it's going to impact her family if she goes down this trajectory of doing what her heart is calling her to do. And it all comes back to a lack of self-belief. I've been there. I'm still there at times. You've been there. I know you have, because otherwise we'd be doing absolutely everything we wanted, right? We would have everything we wanted. We would be walking our own path, doing everything that we love, knowing that we're abundant, knowing that all the money is coming to us. We would have everything we want. But the universe provides everything we want, and we can have everything we want. But our human ego, our human mind, our limiting beliefs, our blocks, the way we've been brought up, the people we hang around, our fears, all of these things keep us playing small and keep us stuck and keep us in the safe, comfortable, familiar zone. So what I said to this beautiful client of mine, like on retreat, I said to her, what do you see in me? And she, we were having a one-on-one Reiki session together, and she rattled off all of these amazing things that she sees in me, really beautiful things that she said. And I said to her, I'm just a mirror to you. They're already within you. You just don't see them yet, but I can see it in you, and you just have to believe it in yourself. And we work through a lot of different things, a lot of different beautiful experiences, healing, cultural immersions, nature immersions, all the things that I take these girls through on retreat. I do them intentionally. I do them with a purpose because I know how powerful Bali is. I know how powerful Mother Nature is. I know how powerful the source universal healing energy that comes through me, that I pour through into my group, that I channel. I know how powerful this universal love energy is. But we need to see it in ourselves, and we need to feel it in ourselves. And I know on retreat that you get that experience. We've come back from retreat and she's opened up and said, there is no going back. Like, I've come so far now and I've immersed myself so far and I know what I want. I can't possibly go back. It's almost like we'd be doing ourselves a disservice if we go back to our old ways. And it is easy to do that. It is easy to stay with the comfortable and familiar. But sometimes, this is what I want to talk to you about today, sometimes we get this feeling that there is just no going back to the way that we used to be, or to this old version of us, or this past version of us. We hit a point where we feel that I can't unsee what I've seen, whether it's through visions that you've seen, dreams that you've seen, whether it's through goals that you want. And this can show up in so many ways where you can't unsee it. A lot of people will get glimpses of what they want. A lot of people will start doing a little bit of work on themselves or start opening up. And I've been there, this client's been there, you've been there. Life gets busy, we go back to our old ways. And then another, few months or another year, another 5 years passes and nothing has changed. And that's what I want to ask you today. I want you to sit with if nothing changes, nothing changes, right? You are going to be, there's no crystal ball needed. You are going to be playing out the next 6, 12 months, 5 years, 10 years if you keep doing the exact same thing, okay? And I am not saying that there is anything wrong with you. I'm not saying that there's this old you and this new you, and that the old you was, there was something wrong with her, or she was bad, or she had trauma, or she had, she wasn't good enough. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that there is nothing wrong with you, that we grow, we level up. The universe, your soul is here for you to experience more, and your soul is here for you to grow. And most of the time we stay in our safe comfort zone because change is hard. But what I mean by all of this is there's a version of you. There is the you living in this, the soul is in there, dying to come out to be this full expression of everything that you know in your heart you are capable of achieving or that you want to do. And what happens through life is we carry all these blocks, all these fears, all these limiting beliefs from, the way we've been brought up, the way we've been conditioned, the people that we've been hanging around, what we've been consuming on social media. And we feel like we are not good enough. We feel like we are not worthy enough. We feel like we're not capable enough. And we hold ourselves back with our logical thinking mind. And there comes a point where you start to strip back the layers. There comes a point where you start to get this clarity of what you actually want. There comes a point where you can find this inner peace, or you start to feel this inner peace, and you feel that I just can't go back to the way I used to be doing things. I can't unsee what I've seen. And it can come through maybe a retreat like these girls that I'm talking about. Maybe it can come through a week of really healing and doing the inner work on yourself, where you open your eyes up to this bigger realm. You open your eyes up to possibility. You strip through some of the layers that you've been carrying, and you feel like you've got this surge of momentum, of confidence, of self-belief, where you go, I actually know I'm worthy. Doesn't mean you're going to stay there. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to go through, I'm worthy, I'm not worthy. I'm worthy, I'm not worthy. I'm capable, I'm not capable. I've got this, I don't got this. Like, this is the part of growth journey, okay? It's not linear. We go through ups and downs. I do, you do, we all do, right? But some people can go on a retreat and experience this. For some people, they can hit a point of no going back because they hit a crisis or a challenge in their life. You know, it could be a health challenge, it could be a breakup, it could be a relationship that doesn't serve you anymore, it could be a career, you know, a change in your career that you get forced into. It could be through choice, it could be through things happen to you, and they're not happening to you, they're happening for you, where there could be a crisis or a challenge that forces you to go, I can't go back anymore. Like, it's like I've burnt my ships and I can't go back to the old way. So it can come through, you know, maybe you hit a point in your body, maybe you hit a point in your weight, you know, like in your weight, and you go, what has happened? I need to take care of this. I'm not going back to this anymore. And you make some internal shifts and you make some internal changes. So it could come through force or it could come through choice, where you've been working on yourself so much and you're doing the inner healing, you're doing the growth, and you're learning about yourself, where you go, I actually don't want to go back to the way I've been. Doesn't mean there's an old version that's anything wrong with you. It's like you outgrow it. You outgrow maybe people, maybe circumstances, maybe jobs, maybe, you know, relationships, maybe the way you've been doing things, maybe the way you see yourself. And you go, there is no going back to that old version of me, because I'm more certain of what I want now. I'm more certain of what I have that lies deep within me. I can't unsee anymore. So I wanted to kind of share that with you, of the different ways that you can hit that point. Some of you might not hit that point and it might be coming. Some of you may be cruising in your coastal comfort zone and wishing that you had more in your life, or making some changes, but you don't have the courage to do so at the moment. Or maybe, you know, like everything in your life is fine and happy, and it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with your life. What I am talking about is that, what do you want at a soul level, outside of your roles, outside of your roles as mom, outside of your role as caregiver, wife, your title for work? Who are you at a core being, soul level, and what does your heart desire? And are you living out all of your desires? Because this could come for you. You could have gone through this, you could be going through this, or it could come down the track. And this just might be a seed planted as you're listening to this, that you'll go back and go, I remember what Lisa said in that episode. I need to go back and listen to it again. But you will hit a point where you go, there's no going back. I cannot unsee what I have seen. And I've found that with my coaching girls, because this is what I teach girls through the studio, through my podcast, through my coaching, on my retreat. And I'm seeing it with my coaching girls too, where they're like, I can't go back to the way I used to be doing things. I was running in survival mode. I was so busy. I had no time for myself. You've opened up a door for me that has shown me another way of living. It's shown me another way of inner peace. It has opened me up to my potential. It's improved my relationships. It's improved the way I'm carrying myself, my confidence, my self-worth. It's improved my connection with the world and how I see the world. I've opened myself up to seeing the world with more love and compassion and kindness. I'm seeing myself with more love and compassion and kindness. I'm accepting myself. I can't go back to that old version of how I used to show up and how I used to function, because it's just not healthy, and I don't want to live in survival mode anymore. That is what I teach you, and that is what I want to open up into you and help you on your path. And the next part of this podcast that I'm going to share with you is a little bit of a story that I want to help you, just give you a bit of confidence in yourself and help you know that I have fears and doubts and blocks exactly like you do, because I do have women say to me in the studio, you know, you seem like you've got it all together, or everything works out for you. Like, I have the same struggles that you have. In my own way, we all have, as a woman, our own battles of not feeling that we're doing a good enough job, or not feeling good enough in ourselves, or doubting on ourselves, or feeling like we are not capable of the things that we feel in our heart we want to do, but we're scared, right? And so what happened just before I went to retreat, we had a trip in 1770, and I share a podcast episode about that because it was really cool as well. And when I was on that retreat, I had a feeling, not the retreat, the trip, I saw, you guys know I love Kavari. I'm wearing Kavari right now. I absolutely love watching the founder story of Kiki. I learn a lot from this woman. She's amazing. And every time I wear her clothes, I just feel so beautiful. I feel like an absolute goddess. I get people asking me all the time, where did you get your denim shorts from? Or where did you get your clothes from? Chances are 90% of the time I'm in LSKD activewear or Kavari because I just love it. It's easy. I go back there and I just buy from there. And I love watching the founder because she's created a personal brand as well. And she's really impacted the lives of the women that she's working with and the people that wear her clothes. And I love her story and I've been following her for a while. Anyway, she put out a founders intensive program that she is running for a 12-week period. And when I was coming back from Lady Musgrave, I thought to myself, I'm going to apply for this program. I'm freaking out because I'm thinking, well, not freaking out, I'm just having the thoughts go in, right? That monkey mind, the thoughts, the automatic negative, mean girl thoughts that come in that go, who are you to work with someone like that? She's got a big brand. She's got a $50 million brand. There'll be women all over the Gold Coast with businesses that want to work with this woman and want to apply for this. But something in me said, just go for it, just try. And so I'm sending an email off, an expression of interest, and I've just sent it off and not thought anything more about it. Just went, if I get in, that's great. If not, I just trust whatever's meant to be will be, right? So anyway, I come back, I go on retreat, and on retreat, I feel like I've had another awakening. Like I said, when I go on these retreats with these girls, something shifts inside me every single time. And I went and saw a Balinese healer as well. And if you go back to the last episode, I share the experience that I had with the Balinese healer. It was amazing. It was scary. It was like nothing I'd ever done before. It was uncomfortable. It was raw. It was vulnerable. But he reconnected me with my soul. And as I was going through this healing session with him, he made me so many times say my name, like Lisa, 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 and I'm bringing in the energy. And I said to him, what are you doing? And he said, I'm bringing, because I always ask a lot of questions, I'm curious. And he said, I'm reconnecting you with your soul. He said, there's a big disconnect there where your heart is blocked and you don't feel enough love in your heart for yourself. So how can you give to other people if you don't feel that love for yourself? And he's done a lot of work opening up through my heart and in my stomach and blocks that I've been carrying in my stomach. Go back and listen to the last episode, number 100. It was really funny, but I share the humor in it. I share the vulnerability in it, but at a very serious level, it was one of the most powerful things that I've done. This man was amazing. And he really shifted something inside me where I walked away and as he was doing it, I'm like, that's not true. I love myself. I feel fairly confident. And then I started thinking about it and went, if I was so in love with myself, if I was so confident, those mean girl thoughts that come in, why am I accepting them? Why am I feeling like I am not good enough to do anything that I want to do? Why do I always, I'll look in the mirror and maybe not feel good enough in certain ways in my body, or I'll doubt on myself? Because if you saw yourself through the eyes of pure love, pure unconditional love and acceptance, you would just accept yourself as this child of God, child from the universe that is just fully embodied, fully radiant, just a full light and love. And we don't, right? We don't. We have the blocks, we have the fears, we have the negative self-talk that pops in. So I went away from that healer thinking, he's right. I still have so much more work to do. And I did a lot more work. This is work we'll do for the rest of our life, girls, because that mean girl voice will come in. It's how much we let her impact our decisions. It's how much we listen to her. She's going to come in, but it's bringing up this strength from your heart to go, thank you, but no thank you. I'm not accepting that anymore because that is not the truth. I know who I am, and I know that I show up with a heart full of love, and I know I love to give, and I know I love to serve. I know I love people. So I need to love and feel all of that for myself, right? So he shifted something deep within me and reconnected my soul back with my physical body that I can't unsee what I used to see in myself. It's like I'm walking through the world with this new lens of, fuck, I'm awesome. No, just kidding. But honestly, it is like I'm looking at myself and other people and the world with these eyes of just a lot more love and acceptance. And he did some really powerful healing work that I cannot unsee. And I feel like I have leveled up, and I feel like I know my worth, and I feel like I deserve, just like you girls, we are born worthy, and we deserve and we can have and we are capable of having and being and doing anything our heart and soul desires, right? Because what you want wants you too. And when you put that energy out into leveling up, whether it's through a business owner perspective, whether it's through a creative perspective, whether it's through your worth as a mother, your worth as a wife, your worth as a person, your worth in your role, your worth in what you do, your worth in what you give, your worth in your body, your appearance, when you start to level up and feel that in yourself and start to understand what you want wants you too, but we need to raise this level of vibration. We need to raise this level of the energy that we carry in ourselves that emanates out into the world. When you raise your vibration, the higher and higher the frequency it gets, you attract more of those things that you want that are on the same vibrational frequency as you are, just like a radio station that you tune into. So if I go through the world going, well, who am I to work with Kiki, from Kavari? Who am I to be a founding brand, successful aligned businesswoman? Who am I to do that? I'm going to get more evidence of that coming back to me where I'm not going to have the growth. So I've come back from this Bali trip. I've come back from all of this work I've been doing on myself with Sally, my business coach that we've been working on together. She said to me before we left, Lise, you need to start your own personal brand, as well as the Earthy Angels studio, because I've been sitting in the confusion of, I don't know what to post. I don't know what to share, because part of me wants to work on the studio and be the teacher, grow the studio. But part of me loves the retreats, the coaching, the podcasting, the impacting women's lives off the mat as well. I want to do both. And she said, you need to have your own personal brand. But I was sitting in it's another thing I've got to set up. It's all so much going on. There's so much work involved. And I'm a responding generator by my human design. I'm on retreat. I've got one of the girls in one of my coaching cohorts on retreat with me, and another beautiful big businesswoman on my retreat. She says to me, have you thought of doing your own personal brand? I said, funny you say that. Sally literally said the same thing to me. She said, you need to. And you need to, because she said, we come for you. Like, we come to the retreat for what you give us. And so you need to set that up on social media. And like, she's a successful businesswoman. I'm like taking advice from someone who's got the results that I want, right? And so I'm like, okay, I need to do that. I know it's work involved, but I'm capable, I can do it, right? So I will put the systems in place. But sometimes as a business owner, I can feel I'm so good at what I'm doing through how I serve, how I show up, what I do for my community. But as a businesswoman, I'm still fumbling my way and finding my way through all of the behind the scenes stuff running a business as well. And when I was on a coaching call before I went, Sally said to me, she said, who's somebody that you admire that has a personal brand and a business? I said, easy, Kiki from Kavari. She's got her own personal brand. She's got her Kavari business, and I watch what she does on both, and I'm really inspired by both. And she said, great, like get information, get inspiration from that, and that's what you can do in your own way, of course. So I'm like, okay, that sounds great. I'll do that. So I've come back with a new level of, through journaling, through inner work, through seeing the Balinese healer, through letting go of a lot of my blocks and limiting beliefs in Bali and the cleansing ceremony, through working with the girls, through stepping up and being a really powerful leader, Reiki healer, retreat. Like, this retreat was so next level powerful. I walked away. I felt so proud of myself for what I delivered and for what I just open myself up for that universal energy to pour through me, and what is needed on retreat comes through, what is needed on the podcast comes through, what is needed on the mat comes through, what is needed with my coaching comes through, because I trust in this universal guidance that comes through. So when I've come back from retreat, I've been feeling so proud of the results that the girls have got, the testimonials that the girls have been giving me, the feedback, the impact that it's had, the girls saying to me, like, there's no way I can go back. I've seen too much. You've shifted something in me. Feeling so proud of myself and like I've leveled up into this next level. And I've started to think I am a successful businesswoman. I can build a brand. I am capable. And my worth has suddenly leveled up. My vibrations rise, my self-belief has risen. Then I've come back, and when I was on retreat, I get an email saying you've been accepted on the shortlist. Submit your application to this Kiki Founders Intensive 12-week program that she's running. And I'm like, this is amazing. I emailed back and said, how long is it open until? Because I'm in retreat mode. I'm in service to my girls and I want to put my full attention into my application. I hope that's okay because my heart is there on retreat to give to the group that I am with. And that's where all of my energy goes. I come back and I sit with it. Takes me I've had my holiday with Tom. I've come back and it took me a little bit to actually submit the final application because I guess I was still sitting with that final little bit of blocks and that final little bit of she's going to get so many big Gold Coast women or women around the country that are going to want to work with her and learn from her. She's got a $50 million brand. I'm this tiny little studio in Ormo with a big dream and a big heart. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm capable of, but I am shit scared. and so I'm juggling with battling my worth again. And I just get this like uppercut from the universe, go, Lise, put your application in, boom, boom, boom. I jump on, I submit it, and I'm literally terrified. I go to the studio, have this conversation that I've started with the podcast episode with, where my client has said to me, there is no way I could go back to the woman I was. I've seen too much. And I share with her because she's sharing her fears with me, and I said about what she wants to do and that she's taken an action step. She's enrolled in something. She's taken a step and put some practices into place for her career, for what she wants to do. And she said, I'm doing it, but I'm so scared. And I shared my fears with her about the story I'm sharing with you now. And she says to me, Lise, they will be lucky to have you in that group. Kiki would be lucky to work with you. And I kind of felt a bit overcome with emotion. And I get in the car, I put on my raising my vibration list. The song comes on, 444 alignment. 444 in alignment. Great song. Have a listen to that. I drive home, have a shower. It was late. I opened my phone to set my alarm. And for the next morning, I'm up at 3:30 and there's an email there from Kiki. I said, you're in. I literally cried my eyes out. I feel really emotional even just sharing it with you now, feeling that I get an opportunity to, she's chosen me. We've got a group of 20 women out of like 500 applications. And for me, it's not just working with her. She's going to be amazing. And I feel it's going to open a lot of doors. And I feel that the next part of my journey, she was put in my path as I was put in her path for a reason. But it's almost like I had this feeling of, you got this because you've leveled up your worth. You got this because you should be so proud of the work that you've been doing on yourself. It's working. And it was like evidence that it was coming real. It was evidence of it's literally, I come back from Bali and doors have opened. Just so many, and it's happening quick. And that happened. I thought about that. And I said to Kiki, like I said, I'm on that feeling of excitement, but terror. And I know that's the growth and the transformation feeling because I felt it before. And I've shared a podcast episode on that before. Everything that I have ever done, and I'm telling you this because I know you feel it too. And I want to help encourage, push you through that barrier. Everything I have ever done, like when I come back from retreat and we bought this old house that we're renovating, I was sitting in the uncertainty, sitting in that feeling of uncertainty, but excited. That's how I'm feeling now. I said to Tom said to me, he's such an amazing man. He goes, I knew you'd get in. He goes, I just knew it. And he just sits quietly back and he just said, I knew you'd get selected after I'm telling him, oh, babe, I don't know if I'm good enough, if I have a big enough business. I just don't know. And he just doesn't say much and he goes, just do it. And he just says the simple words, I knew it. And I'm like, thank you. He has so much faith in me. But everything I've done, when we got this house, I was uncertain, but I was excited. I was scared of the work involved, but I was excited. The opening the studio, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't feel like I was ready. I didn't feel like I was equipped to start a podcast, to open the studio, to do my Reiki training, to do my yoga teacher training back in the day, to do the coaching program that I was doing with the girls, to all the ideas that I've got coming. I've got new things coming for the studio. I've got software change. It's like everything is floodgates have opened and everything is happening all at once. And every single one of these things, even going to that Balinese healer, I nearly didn't go because I was scared. So if you're feeling, girls, this feeling of knowing that you need to do something, but and even if you get accepted to do something or something lines up for you and you get the thing, and you feel excited, but you feel terrified at the same time, that is the growth feeling. That is the transformation feeling. That is the feeling when you're about to change. You're about to level up. You're about to shift. You're about to step into that next level version of you. You're about to manifest more of what you want. You are about to get the results that you want. You're working towards the results that you want. All of these feelings come up. It's not always easy, but know that you have the potential to just take the very next step. Just do the thing. Just keep going. And if I've learned anything, like I've told you before, I come back from retreats and something shifts. When it sometimes feels like these floodgates have been opened and it happens so fast that you can't keep up. It's literally like I hit submit. I procrastinated for weeks. This started back on my trip to 1770, my application to Kiki. Started back then. And then I've literally come back and I've made an internal decision. And it's like boom, boom, boom. Things have just happened that fast. And that's what can happen when you're in that alignment, that things can happen so quickly for you that you can't catch your breath or you can't keep up. And all you have to do is just go with the current. All you have to do is just go with it and trust that the very next step will be revealed. Trust that you've got what it takes. Trust that this is happening to you because you're aligning with your dreams, goals, and desires. And the universe is helping. When you make that internal shift, when you make that internal decision, the universe is helping you get there. It's helping open those gates. It's helping opening up those connections. It's helping bring things into alignment that all of a sudden it's like a waterfall or those floodgates open and whoosh. It just happens so fast and your job is to roll with it. Your job is to trust. Your job is to surrender and let go and go, oh, well, the universe has put this in my path. The universe has shown me this. Even though I'm terrified, it's happening because I'm capable. It's happening because this is part of what I'm meant to do. It's happening because this next level version of me is awakening, is arising, is stepping up, and it's going to help. It's like your soul just takes over. If there's any way I can explain it, even with some changes that I'm behind the scenes that's happening with the studio, it's just been like tick, 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 and it's happening. And I'm sitting in with the, oh my goodness, how am I going to handle all of this right now? Not gonna lie, a bit overwhelmed, a bit terrified, there's a lot going on, but I can do it. And you can do it. We just have to roll with it and trust that things are aligning for us. These floodgates are opening because you've made the internal shift. So if you're sitting with that feeling that you can't unsee or you can't undo or there's no way you can go back, good. Sit with the terror, sit with the feeling, sit with the fear, sit with the how's it all going to unfold, and trust that you are more powerful than you know to be true. You are a powerful creator, and just let your soul take over. Let those things that are coming through line up for you and trust that this is all in alignment for you. Put on that song. I'll go to my Lisa Everding on Spotify, one word, Raising My Vibration playlist. If I remember, I'll link it in the show notes. And there's this song, 444 in Alignment. I've been listening to it over and over and over on repeat, and it's just helping raise my vibration, raise my frequency, put me in that good feeling state and going, I am worthy, I am abundant, I am in alignment, and it just makes me feel good and raise my vibration out of the fear, out of the terror, out of the uncertainty, out of the holy hell, how am I going to deal with all this? And just go, oh, well, I just sing and I dance and I listen and I just trust. That is your job. Surrender and trust. And do the inner work, girls. Do the inner work on yourself. Come to my retreats, come to the studio, keep listening to the podcast. I would love to work with you. Jump in the coaching program. I'm updating my website. I'm literally updating everything as we speak. I feel like a whole new overhaul of the Earthy Angels brand is coming. I've been sitting with it for a long time now, probably a year, because I had to get myself right, and not even right. I had to level up my worth to be the leader and the founder that I can be. Now I've opened the floodgates and all of these things are coming and happening, and I'm just going to trust and surrender and put on my song and just know that I'm ready. You're ready too, girls. Do the thing. Don't go back. Just keep going. And I would love to hear from you if you've got any questions, any experiences that you want to share. I love hearing from you guys because I really love coming on here and sharing with you all. And I have so much love for all of you in my community, and just know, angels, that you are worthy. We are worthy. I am worthy. Watch this space. I've literally just got the email, so I don't know how it's all going to unfold. But stay tuned, because I'll share. I'm raw, I'm vulnerable. I share things how it is, and I know that's what you guys love. So I can't wait to share how this unfolds. And have a beautiful day, my friends, and I will see you very, very soon. So much love to you. Bye.